Good Lord, this thing is huge. It's super huge. It's massive. It's 7 inches. 7 inches. It's 7 inches. Holy smokes, it's 7 inches. Oh man. It's 7 inches. Is bigger better? Let's put the folks at AUXITO to the test. So today we're going to tackle 3 areas, okay? The lights themselves, okay? There's a pair of 7-inch off-roading lights right here by AUXITO. We are going to show you the brackets that I chose to mount them on, and they are going to be custom to me. You guys might like permanent brackets. I like to do them temporary in order for me to remove this every time I want to go to the shopping mall, or I don't know, pick up my kids or something, and my truck doesn't look like a circus tent driving down a local street. I only want these off-roading lights whenever I go off-roading or out to the countryside or something, okay, where people ain't gonna laugh at me if I got 8 of these lights on top of my hood or something. That's gonna look silly. Okay, we're also going to attack the installation. You guys, if you guys have been watching my videos, my installations are super straightforward and super easy to do. Okay, I'm going to send you the links to the bolts, screws, lock washers that I purchased at Home Depot. And this is the wiring harness kit. We are not going to wire this up to a switch because I hate 12 different switches in my cockpit. What we're going to do is we're going to chop this up and we're going to wire it up to my 8-gang channel switch panel that I have up here, okay? If you guys don't have a switch panel, do yourself a favor and buy yourself a 6-channel or an 8-channel switch panel. You're gonna thank me for it. It will clean up all your wires and it will make all your future installations super easy and super clean, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Let's unpackage these bad boys. Okay, so when you buy the set of AUXITO 7-inch off-roading lights, they're gonna come in a pair just like this. Let's go ahead and open one of them for you to view. There they go. Comes in padded box. Holy smokes, look at these. Good Lord. Woo! Look at these bad boys, huh? When I saw these bad boys on the AUXITO website, I was trying to ask myself, who in the hell needs 7-inch off-roading lights? And then when I blasted them at night, I realized these lights are not for your normal overlanding outings. These bad boys shine up half the state of Montana, folks. So these AUXITO bad boys have 20 super LED lights chips in each pod. 18 of them super white, and you got 2 amber emergency lights that we can also use as daytime running lights, enhancing your safety so you don't run over baby strollers in the middle of the forest, folks. So let's look closer. Come on. Woo, look at that. Oh my God. If you pay attention to the angles these chips are placed in, you realize they were engineered to offer width visibility and extended lighting distance. Look at that, huh? Look at the angles those are placed in. Let's forget about the lights for a minute because these pods are absolutely no good if the harsh environments rust out your pods. All aluminum housing, which claims to be coated in UV resistant polyester powder coat. Look at that, huh? Woo! Listen, also AUXITO claims their design allows for optimal water discharge, preventing these pods from fogging up. The quality to withstand anything thrown at it makes me confident that these bad boys will last for a very, very long time. Okay, I know. Just because I'm Asian, I said long time. I know you guys want me to say it, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it just because you guys are my longtime followers, okay? Oh, me love you long time. There, you guys happy? Ugh. Crap, I'm going to get an email from the Asian Pacific Islander League of America telling me I'm excommunicated from every single ramen shop in California, if not the entire United States. God damn it. I hope that joke was worth it, folks. Oh, that's okay. I can't stand sensitive people anyways. All right, let's move on, men. Okay folks, let's go ahead and talk about the brackets now. You've seen the ones where you have to unbolt the hood in order to install the permanent brackets, right? The ones that you see on the 4Runners and on the Tundras, and guys, those are okay. If you guys like that kind of stuff, then fine. Just remember, you can't just pop it off anytime you want to, so your truck's gonna look like a circus tent everywhere you go, even when you drive in the local areas, okay? So let me show you. I am a man that loves to bring this vehicle back to classy OEM so that I can drive to the shopping mall without looking like a circus tent. All right, so here is the brackets that I have chose, which are plug and play. In other words, temporary. Okay, so let's go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. It comes with the little doohickeys. I'm going to show you the link on Amazon right below the video. Okay, so here they are. These are what they look like. Okay, very simple. All it does is attaches two big magnets right here that attaches to your hood, and then your off-roading lights sits right on top. So let me show you what the magnets look like. Here they go. Woo! And these magnets, folks, are protected by really thick rubber, so it's not going to dent or scratch your vehicle, and it's not like it's going to ruin the paint. Okay, I know a lot of you folks are going to keep these off-roading lights on your hood for a long time, and you're afraid dust will accumulate around them and scratch them and stuff like that. Remember, folks, these are temporary. You're supposed to put these on your hood whenever you need to use them, and when you're not going to use them, you're supposed to take them off. And taking them off is super easy. All you have to do is detach the wires. Okay, so let's go ahead and put these brackets together in order to start putting our off-roading lights together. Okay, let's go ahead and start. It comes with 4 huge magnets just like this, 2 magnets per bracket. So let's go ahead and start. I'm going to take one of the brackets right here, and I'm going to attach the 1 magnet per hole. Okay, so let's go ahead. Comes with these bolts and a lock washer. Okay, we're going to put the lock washer on here, and we are going to attach it to each magnet just like this. And it comes with an Allen key for you, okay, for you to attach them to. There's 1. There's 2, okay? We just did 1 bracket just like that. Our off-roading lights is going to attach to the center hole, okay? Feels very sturdy, we're good. We're going to go ahead and attach the other bracket right here. Our bolt and our lock washer. Remember, you guys, these 7-inch AUXITOs can go on any type of bracket you desire, okay? You don't have to use these temporary brackets. You could go ahead and buy those TRD off-roading, I don't know, hood brackets that you see on all the Tundras and all those Tacomas right now, but you have to pretty much take off your hood in order to put those brackets in, and then they're permanent. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. These are temporary. Perfect. So let's go ahead and back off the camera, and I'm going to show you how to put the pod lights on here. I just wanted to show you the hardware that I bought in order to attach our off-roading lights to these aftermarket brackets. Okay, so let me show you. There's 3 items that I actually went to Home Depot and bought. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and send you the link to each one here. There's one, that's the fastener. This is the lock washer. Okay, you can put in any combination you want. Okay, and here is the hex nut. Okay, so you just need a fastener, lock washer, and a nut for each bracket. Okay, so let's go ahead and open these up. So you got 2 bolts right there. Okay, you got 2 lock washers. They gave you a spare. We'll keep that aside for later use. And here's the 2 nuts. Okay, and the way we're going to do this is we're going to go ahead and take out the off-roading light in order for you to see what we're dealing with. Here's the off-roading light. We're going to put it aside. Okay, we're not going to deal with this yet. We're going to go ahead and look at the brackets that came with this. Okay, they're adjustable. Here they are. These came in the AUXITO box. We're going to open this up and show you what we're talking about, folks. Okay. All right, folks, here is the mounting bracket that we're talking about that goes on the off-roading light. They have a little rubber pad right here. Let's attach this rubber pad on there already. Let's set this aside. Okay, it came with this bolt right here that is supposed to go in the center of this bracket, and it's supposed to go into your mounting hardware, your mounting brackets right here for your hood. But we're not going to use the AUXITO one because the AUXITO one is way too long. If you put this aside over here, this will actually hit the hood. We don't want this bolt to hit the hood, okay? So what I did was, we're going to get rid of this one. And we went to Home Depot and bought this one. It's a lot shorter. And look at right here. I made sure I bought the right size. I'm going to give you the size and everything in the link below. Got you the right size. It's a lot shorter and it's long enough to go through our bracket right here, along with our lock washer and along with our nut. So let's go ahead and attach it right now. I didn't tighten it yet, folks. I just want to show you what it looks like, okay? That's what it's going to look like. So let's go ahead and get our wrenches and tighten these bad boys up. There you go. Cool. Just make sure these are straight, okay? Parallel to this right here. We're good. We're going to go ahead and work on the other one. Each off-roading light box is going to come with its own separate hardware, okay? You're going to have a pair of these long bolts. You're going to have a pair of these nuts. You're going to have a pair of these washers for these nuts that goes into right here. You're going to have 2 of these small screws, and you're going to have 2 of these lock washers, okay? We're going to put the lock washers into these small screws as placeholders so we don't lose them. That's where they belong. They're not regular Phillips screws. They take an Allen key, okay? So let's go ahead and install these bad boys onto our off-roading lights brackets. Okay, now let's pay attention, folks, okay? On our off-roading lights, there's going to be a big opening in the front. This is the front, big opening in the front, and a small opening in the back. Now, if you take a look at our magnetic adapter right here, there's going to be a big opening right there, and there's going to be a swivel. The swivel is going to be attached to the small opening, okay? The round hole on our bracket here, our hood bracket right here, is going to go to the big hole at the front of our off-roading light. So let's go ahead and attach those together. Now we're going to take our long bolt, we're going to slide it through the big hole that's in the front, okay? On the other side, we're going to go ahead and put our washer, okay, on that end of the bolt, and we're going to get our nut and we're going to screw it on. Just like that. I'm going to hand tighten it just so it doesn't fall out while I'm working on the rest. Now we're going to take our small little screw and we're going to screw it into the small hole in the back of the bracket. We could do this by hand and tighten it up a little later, folks. Okay, these are our angle adjusters. Now let's go ahead and tighten the big ones right here. There you go, folks. Totally attached. So now let's go ahead and take a look at our wire harness, okay, that we bought from AUXITO. Okay, so just looking at it, it's going to look really intimidating to you guys. It's going to have this relay box. It's going to have black and red wires here. It's going to have this dongle switch right here, and it's going to have all these other plugs. But let's go ahead and simplify all this. All you have to do is look at all your plugs and take out the 2 plugs that look identical to each other, which are going to be these. Once you identify the 2 plugs that look identical to each other, you are going to assume that these go straight to your off-roading lights. So let's go ahead and test it. So if we take our off-roading lights and we take one of the plugs and we try to plug it in, look at here, it's an exact fit and it snaps right in, okay? So we take the other one and take our other off-roading light here, we snap it in. Easy, right? If you guys can't figure this out, a triangle male goes into a triangle female, then I'll send over my little sister to help you big boys out there, okay? Bunch of idiots. So let's go ahead and disengage these, and let's look at the other end of the plug to see what they're all about. So the other end of the plug, we are going to have this switch right here. It's an on and off switch. It has one line and two lines. One is probably for your amber lights and one is for your spotlights, and the middle is going to be off, okay? Most likely we're going to chop this off. We are not going to know where to plug this into. We'll figure it out when we get there, but we're going to chop this off because we don't want to use a switch. We want to use our gang channel, okay? I'm going to explain that to you a little later on. On the other opposite side of that toggle switch, we have a red wire and a black wire, okay? So this is where power is going to be drawn from, okay? So we're going to have to find a power supply, we're going to have to find a ground supply in order for this to work, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Now what I want you guys to do is the end that had the switch, see this? Now what I want you guys to do is the end that had the switch, I want you to take these three wires that was on the switch and just pull it off. Okay, see the switch? Let's throw it away. Okay, we're going to toss it. Now we have these three wires, red, yellow, and black. Red is going to go to your constant power. Yellow is what's going to activate one of your lights, which is going to be your daytime running lights, and black, the other one that's going to activate either your daytime running lights or your white lights, okay? So while this one is on constant, probably straight to the battery or straight to your 8 gang channel switch panel, these two right here is going to either have power on this one or power on this one or power on both in order to activate your lights, okay? So let's go ahead and go to the gang channel and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is right here next to my firewall, my AUXbeam 8 channel gang channel switch panel. It's made by AUXbeam. It's made by AUXbeam, wonderful company that makes gang channels. You really need this if you're going to hook up a lot of lights in your vehicle, okay? Each channel has a power and ground, power and ground, power and ground, power and ground, okay? So I'm going to hook up my daytime running lights to one of these channels and my white lights to another one of these channels. I get to choose the channels. Remember that red wire I was talking about? It's going to go straight to my constant power that I already have hooked up right here. So it's going to be very easy installation. I don't have to run anything through the firewall. Let me show you what my gang channel looks like from inside the vehicle. If you watch my other video on installing this AUXbeam switch panel, this is what I'm talking about. Channel number 1 has light bar. I have my channel 2 is empty. Channel 3, I used to have pod lights. I removed them, but I'm going to reuse them. So channel 3, I'm probably going to use for my white lights. Channel 2, I'm going to use for my daytime running lights, okay? So I'm going to use these two channels that I'm going to hook up, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. What I'm doing right here with our wire harness is the red is going to go to the constant power supply of our gang channel. The black is going to go to the ground. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and loosen these up and attach the ground to it right now. There's the ground. Okay, this part's a little tricky right here, but you just have to match the colors, okay? Remember our switch that we pulled off? Take the red part of the switch and we're going to take the red wire right here from our relay, okay? And we're just going to loop it. Just going to loop it in right here, intertwine it so it just sticks on there because these both have to be powered up, okay? So we're going to attach this to our power supply right here on our gang channel. Let's go and remove that. Now the only thing we have left to hook up is our yellow and our black wire from our switch, okay? So the yellow wire I know is going to be our white lights. The black wire I know is going to be our daytime running lights, our amber lights. So I'm going to go ahead and hook up these yellow lights to channel number 3. Okay, so the daytime running lights are going to go channel number 2. Look for channel number 2. Here's 1, here's 2, and hook it up to the positive. So channel number 2, positive right here. We're going to loosen this up right here. We're going to stick our black wire in here. Make sure it's not frayed. Stick it inside. And now we can go ahead and tighten it. There you go. Now let's go to gang channel number 3, which is our white lights, and install our yellow wire. Here's 1, 2, 3. Go to the positive. Loosen it up until the clip opens. Stick it inside the channel. Now go ahead and tighten it. There you go. So now it's all connected. So now let's go ahead and test these bad boys out. I'm going to test the amber lights, the daytime running lights. Here's channel number 2. There you go. Let's turn it off. Our white lights. There you go. Now let's turn on both. Yes, you can have both on, guys. Your amber and your white lights. Look at that. Isn't that badass? All right, let's go ahead and set them up on the car itself, on the hood itself. So folks, the good thing about this is if I lift up the hood, the lights don't even hit the windshield. Look at that. Look at the wiring. You can go ahead and clean up the wiring any way you want. I didn't clean up the wires yet because I wanted to do a test run first, but cleaning up the wires underneath your hood shouldn't be a hard thing to do. It's common sense. If you guys can't figure it out, let me know. I'll bring over my little sister to help you guys out there. See how the wires tuck in the back right there? And the plug to disengage is right here. You could just unplug it, remove your lights, put them in the trunk when you're not using them, and you can install them very easily because all it is just magnets. There's no screws or bolts or anything to install these guys. So easy to take off and so easy to put back on, folks. This is why I like temporary plug and play. There you guys have it. From me, GXBOB, and the folks at AUXITO, we're signing out. Peace. GX. Oh yeah. Damn, folks, I'm like really amazed at the power of these lights. I'm sitting in my driveway and I'm not even turning the headlights on, and I turn on the AUXITO lights and it just brights up half of Nebraska right here. These are super bright lights. Holy smokes. I wouldn't recommend driving these on local streets. You're gonna blind some pig or something. My opinions on these lights, they are great if you want to do some off-roading or off-the-grid type of driving. These are great light up pods. Maybe the only problem I have is maybe saying the name, it just doesn't roll off the tip of my tongue. Or maybe I gotta say it a little bit more. AUXITO. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. Is it AUXITO or AUXITO? AUXITO. I don't know. Maybe I'm just gonna go throughout the day and just say AUXITO just so I can get used to it. Okay guys, that was pretty awesome, right? AUXITO. 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 Yeah, AUXITO. AUXITO. All right. AUXITO. AUXITO. AUXITO.